All right. I want to say Kal Halal Yamla, Abanawa Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem Harakakutash. Double honors to the apostles, was a quanium of great millstone, rule well. Shalom to the sincere brethren, Akim out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his wicked empire. Hey, so the title of this video is going to be The Judgment is Set. The judgment is set upon who? Upon Babylon the Great America, and upon the host of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You understand? And this judgment has been set from since the genesis of creation. So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 46 verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning. So the end of the world, man, so to say, the end of the heathen's dominion before the eternal kingdom of Yahweh Shai was declared from the beginning, man, was prophesied of from the beginning, was set in stone from the beginning, and it was set in stone to play out the way that it's playing out. America, NATO, and the EU being at the helm of the global power structure at the end of times. Isaiah chapter 46 verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done. Because when these things were set in stone, it was not materialized yet. You know what I mean? Because Moses saw all of these things. Many of the prophets saw all of these. The book of Revelation. John on the island of Patmos saw all these things. And these things were what? Not yet done. That's why the missiles are described as arrows, so on and so forth. Because those things were not reality in the time of the prophets. But what? It's reality now. The nuclear missiles, the RFID chip, so on and so forth. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So the Lord counsel shall stand. That's why the scripture say, what? Not one of these shall fail. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. It's the book of Habakkuk. Actually, the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. So what? Seek out of the book of the Lord, man. Seek out of the scriptures. You understand? The book of the Lord. And that's what we're reading out of. That's what we're pushing. The Holy Bible, the Holy Scriptures. We're not pushing the Quran. We're not pushing the Kibber Negas. We're not pushing the Book of the Dead. You know what I mean? We're not pushing any other ideology or philosophy. We're pushing Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. We're pushing being a Hebrew Israelite, so on and so forth. You understand? So Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. What is it talking about when it said no one of these shall fail? It's talking about the prophecies, man. And the main prophecy that we're looking for in these times, man, the main two prophecies is what? The RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. And what else? The thermonuclear destruction, man. The downfall of Babylon the Great. The downfall of America, man. You understand? And that judgment is set in stone, man. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it had commanded, and his spirit it gathered it them. So the Most High is setting in stone, man. In Numbers 23 and 19, the Lord is not a man that he should lie, man. So therefore, what? The judgment is set upon Babylon, man. So Akim, we just gotta wait, be patient, and watch things materialize, man. We seen all these nations building up their nuclear armaments. We seen Apple just come out with a Vision Pro, which is what? More technology leading to what? The chip, man. Putting a chip inside of human beings, man, which is already being done. It's just to come mainstream. This is the book of Malachi chapter 1, verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. So the Lord, 2 Ezra 6 and 9 tells you what? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So that's how we know that, hey, the judgment set, man. From since what? From since the beginning, from since the time of Jacob and Esau, it was set that, hey, Esau is going to have the dominion at these end times, man. But Jacob, hey, through Yahweh Shai, is going to bring him down, man. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, because at one time Esau Edoms was up in the Caucasus Mountains, man, of Europe. You know what I mean? Living like a beast, living like a caveman. He's a real caveman. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build. It's right now here in New York City on the plantation. And hey, man, Esau Edom build up this place, man. Manhattan have all type of skyscrapers, so on and so forth, man. But guess what? Right now is an ominous sign in the skies. Why? Because the sky is what? Very hazy, man. Because of all the wildfires that's going on up there in Canada. So right now the skies of New York, the skies of New York City are full of haze, man. And I just bring into my my head that, yo, man, it is a hazy, dark, grim future for this place, man. You know what I mean? It's doom and gloom for this place, man. And that's the vibe out there in the skies right now. Whereas Edom say, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. So Esau built up Manhattan, he built up Miami, he built up Chicago, he built up London, Paris, all of these different places. These top Edomite enclaves. But guess what? Hey, the Lord gonna throw down, man. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. So the Lord have righteous anger with these Edomites, man, with these devils forever, man. And I was watching a channel, one of the brothers' channel, and he had a snippet of Apostle Tahar, man, going on a rant against Esau Edom, man, cursing Esau Edom out, man. You know what I mean? Talking about what we're going to do to him, man. We're going to jack Esau Edom up, man. We're going to jack you up the right way, man. Why? Because of that Ezekiel 35:5, man. That perpetual hatred that you have had against us, the children of Israel, man. Our judgment was set. Hey, that's why Deuteronomy 28, the 28th chapter came to pass. Because our judgment was set. How much more you, Esau Edom? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power. This is Moses speaking unto who? The children of Israel during their exodus from the land of Egypt, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And you can read through the curses, man. So-called black and black crime, the black woman being against the black man, so on and so forth. But the main thing, one of the main ones was what? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. This judgment, this judgment was sealed upon the children of Israel, man. You know what I mean? Especially the southern kingdom, you so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians. And the Lord, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee again, Salakia, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. What is modern-day Egypt? Look on the back of a dollar bill. Modern-day Egypt is America. And Egypt in the Greek is Egyptus, which means bondage, man. Great bondage. I mean, because when the Greeks conquered Egypt, they saw the massive structures, the pyramids, so on and so forth of Egypt, and they said this is a place, this is a land that must have been built through great bondage, great slavery, which it was, man. That's why they name it Egyptus, which means bondage in the Greek. You understand? And hey, America is a place that built through great bondage, great slavery, great sufferings of who? The children of Israel. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way, wherever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. What shall we see no more again? The land of Israel, man. Our homeland. So this judgment was set from since the time of Deuteronomy. That what? The children of Israel is going to go into slavery on cargo slave ships. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. Notice it says enemies, not friends, not brethren, not kinsmen, enemies, man. enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Can. So for slave men and slave women, no man shall save you. Because buy is the old English for save. You understand? So that judgment was set, man. But guess what? Esau, Edom, your judgment is set, man. Your judgment is set. Shout out to Obadiah, man. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18. Esau, Edom, your judgment is set. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau, so the northern and the southern kingdom, is going to be on fire. But Esau, fire in the spirit. But you're going to be on fire literally, Esau. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord had spoken it. For who has spoken it? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has spoken it. Because you see all of these Edomites upon the earth, man, they come out. There's going to be a time where there's no longer a nation of Edom, man. And that judgment is set too, man, to come in 1,000 years post the first day of the kingdom, man. You know what I mean? Because you have to go through your servitude, your slavery, man. You know what I mean? Your recompense for your ill dealings, for your wicked dealings against the children of Yasharahla, the children of Jacob. You understand? So, hey, man, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, man. You understand? The Lord is not slack concerning his promise. Nahum chapter 1 verse 2. The Most High is jealous, and the Lord revenge it. The Lord revenge it, and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. Come. So there you have it, man. The Lord is gonna reserve wrath for his enemies, man. Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robberies. The prey departed not. Kind of, that's Babylon the Great, man. That's America, man. The prey is us, the Israelites. We still here catching hell, captivity. You know what I mean? On the bottom of society. It is full of lies and robberies, man. And that's why there's a dark spirit, dark gloomy spirit, a dark future ahead of Babylon the Great, man, of America, man. It ain't nothing nice. It ain't nothing to smile about coming to this place. You understand? It's doom and gloom. Just like how the skies look right now, it's doom and gloom, man. You understand? And this is the time that we've been waiting for, man. We just have to remain steadfast and remain patient, man. You understand? Because the Lord is going to do his thing, man. The Lord is surely going to do his thing. You understand? We don't have nothing to worry about. The Lord is going to do his thing, man. And recompense onto Edom what Edom is due, man. For the children of Edom is due. What Babylon the Great is worthy of, man. You understand? This book of Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And this is a reference to what? America, man. The daughter of Babylon, man. Because, hey, America has been portrayed as this beacon on the hill, man. You know what I mean? As this goody two-shoes place, man. But no, man, the Most High is exposing this place. And he's going to wipe it out, man. You know what I mean? And as you read down, it shows you, man, America is going to be exposed and wiped out, man. And all of these nations, man. That's why the scriptures say, what, all that bend the bow. Shoot on her. Bend the bow mean what? All that have what? Nuclear armaments. Shoot upon her. You understand? That judgment is set upon this place, man. We just patiently awaiting. We're awaiting our judgment. You know what I mean? And we see times and times getting more perilous, man. Times and times getting more perilous, man. So it's only right that the Lord comes back, man. Hey, brothers been patient, man. Imagine the apostles, man. 30, 40 years, man. Brothers, 15, 20, 25 years, so on and so forth, man. You understand? Brothers been patient, so the Lord has to reward that patience. Reward that sacrifice, man. Keep his word, shorten the days. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Perilous times shall come for all mankind, but especially for Esau Edom, man. He gonna be in perils forevermore, man, until his ultimate, his ultimate extirpation, his ultimate genocide, man. You understand? But these are things that we have to prepare for, Akim. Because we understand the judgment is set, man. The judgment is set upon this place. We just ought to brace ourselves and keep the faith. Keep the faith in Yahweh Shai. It's about time that this devil get up from ruling over us, man. We're ready for this devil to no longer rule over us, man. Those of us in the right frame of mind. Those of us in that ruling class mentality. You understand? Hey, so with that, I want to say all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone Will, and shalom to the elect. Abad Babal.